Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be getting ready using the new Patrick Starrr fall collection. There's a new quad that just came out, as well as a liquid lip. This is the liquid lip that I'm currently wearing, and this quad with these four beautiful colors are what I'm wearing on my eyes. Let's just dive into this palette. I did, however, already prime my face. I used the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. It's my favorite eyeshadow primer. And then I've also used on my face the Farsali Unicorn Essence. We're going to start in the crease with this color right here, Head Over Heels. It is a matte, kind of a lightish brown. Some of the colors we might see with fall leaves as we get into October, November here in Illinois. Still pretty green outside, but it is cold. Alright, so I'm just going to start in the corner, the outside corner, drag it up into the crease. I'm going to actually put it all over my eye so that we kind of have a base for all the other colors. And the brush that I'm using right now is a Doucce 231 small tapered blending. Alright, the next color I'm going to use is this burgundy, this reddish color right here. We're going to put it on the outside corners and drag it into the crease. Just kind of build it. It's a beautiful warm color. I don't know if you can see it, but it starts out light and you can build it to as dark as you want. I was kind of playing around with this palette yesterday. I was so excited when I got it in the mail. I always love when I get new stuff from MAC. There's not too much fallout on this palette, which is great. It'll make it easier if you do your foundation first and then do your eyes. See how we just built it up right there? I don't know if you can see it. I will clean up this corner as we go in and start doing foundation and all of that. But you can see where I've added the reddish color and then how much darker it is than our base color, which was Head Over Heels. I don't know why when I do my makeup, but for some reason I just have to open my mouth like I'm catching a bunch of flies. Who knows? It's just my thing. So I am just dragging it over to about the middle of my eye because I want to give it a little bit of a base color. So when I bring in that goldy, bronzish sheen, it's got a good backdrop. I'm just building this color right now. Alright, so we're buffing it out of the crease just a little bit, just so that it's not all the way up there on my eye. And kind of just sweeps away, but not too bad. Alright, so this doesn't really have a color for the inner corner or the upper brow bone, but I am going to use a highlighter for that. I am going to use the Becca Champagne Pop. This is my favorite highlights. It's really pretty. It's got a good sheen to it. I'm just going to take one of my little brushes. This eyeshadow brush is from Coastal Scents. It doesn't really have a number, BRBS02. I don't know, it's been in my brush collection for a little while. I just kind of use it to pop my colors on for my highlight where I need to. It's kind of a fluffier brush. This has more of a goldish highlight, pretty with these fall colors. Just go all the way up to the eyebrows. I did do my eyebrows before we did this video. Otherwise, I look like I just have forehead and eyes, no eyebrows. So I brought this all the way into the corner, into my brow bone. Not required. This is how you want to do your makeup. I'm not telling you what you need to do or what you should do. I'm just, these are the colors that I use and this is how I do mine. Just bring it to the outside so they blend together. And then I am just going to go back in with that palette to blend my eyeshadow and my highlight. And then I am, once I do my foundation and my concealer, I'll go back in with this highlight and put it just in the inner corner just to kind of bring it all together. Nice and shimmery up in the top, and then you got that matte with the shiny in the corner. I really like this quad. I'm really glad I got it. For foundation, we're going to use the Studio Fix. I like it because it has an SPF 15 and it stays put for the day. I don't have to worry about it sweating off too much. I'll go back in with kind of a powder later on in the day if I start to shine a little bit, but with the Studio Fix and then my setting powder and setting spray, I don't seem to have that issue. It doesn't come with the pump when you buy it. You have to buy it separately. I know that MAC Cosmetics sells the foundation and the pump, but I've also seen it recently at Ulta. So you can get both of them, whether you buy it online at the website or if you buy it in the store. So for this, I'm going to be using my It Cosmetic brush, foundation brush. It's in the shape of a star. I just actually got this. It's actually really nice. It's just a Superstar Flawless foundation brush. Gives me kind of like a buffed out airbrush look. Sometimes I use a sponge, sometimes I use my brush. Right now I'm going to use the brush for today. And don't let the shape kind of deter you. I like it. I actually use, so when I go around my eyebrows, I actually will use the bottom of the star and just buff around the eyebrow. I don't like to put the harsh lines in there. I just kind of buff it out with the foundation brush. I'm going to put this right on the brush. Kind of gives me that coverage. I do have some big pores, but this kind of goes over that, smooths them out. I don't have to worry about that. So when I put my foundation on, I'll kind of pat it right here and then I'll start blending my way out more towards the hair. And it's also going to help when you're trying to get your coverage blending out to the skin, and then I kind of follow it down more towards my neck, just pull it so it starts to blend. Make sure I got everything. Alright, now I'm going to go in with my concealer, and right now I am using the Tarte Shape Tape, one of my favorite concealers. I've used the creaseless, I like the creaseless, but I really do like the Shape Tape. And for this, once I put the concealer on, I'm going to be blending it with a sponge. I do like to use it to kind of brighten my under eye. Right there. Now that I've got my concealer on there, I'm going to go in with the Quad palette from Patrick Starrr and kind of make my under eye match my eyeshadow a little bit. I'm going to use the Ultra Professional Eye Smudger. It's just a little smudgy tip. But I'm going to take I'm Into It, this reddish color right here. We're going to just bring it over from the corner, kind of blend it all together. Just broaden this red a little bit. I'll also bring in the darker color, Dance in the Dark, to kind of blend that all together, so there'll be red more in the center and then black more towards the outer corner, but I've got that red currently all the way underneath it. Right now I do have some of that goldish color from the fallout that's on my inner eye. I may just leave it there instead of having to drag it in there and worry about it falling into my foundation. Going in with Dance into the Dark. We're going to take this color right here, put it in the outside corner just underneath the eye, kind of. Alright, and we just got it under the eye, kind of gave it that bold glam fall look for whatever event that you might have this fall. Again, Patrick Starrr just came out with it from MAC Cosmetics for fall. Beautiful. It comes in, so actually, I didn't really talk about this, but the Boy About Town comes in this box, and then along with this quad with these 4 colors, you also get a lip gloss. This one is in, I can't see, Patty Pout. It's a beautiful color. We're going to use this one today while we get ready, just so we have a lip that goes along with our eye. These two came together. Great little set. Alright, so we've done the concealer, we've done foundation. I'm actually going to put my bronzer on just kind of for a contour. For that, I'm going to use the Park Avenue Princess from Tarte. This one's actually the matte one. For this, The brush that I'm using is the Sephora 97 Pro Contour. I really like it. It's a little bit, it's soft, but it's got more of an angle. And depending on how big you want your contour, or how sculpted, it's more of a dense brush. It's not super fluffy. I'll use a fluffy brush for my bronzer that we're going to use later. But we're going to go in with this Tarte Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay bronzer. It's one of my favorites. Alright, so I just used the Dagger tattoo liner. It has, I don't know if you can see it, it has a weird like angle on it. I don't know that I like this. I had the hardest freaking time trying to get it on there. I would rather just use my ink liner. Felt tip, pointed end, point and draw. Easy. This, I don't know that I like it. I'm going to play around with it some more. I was really interested to try it because I've liked all of her liners so far. But this one, I don't know. I'll let you know. I don't know. Alright, so done bronzer, or we've done contour, we've done setting powder. I'm going to go in with my blush. Kind of do my cheeks a little bit. Get a little bit of bronzer on. Do my mascara. That should be it. For blush, I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Concept. It's a really pretty color. It's got like a peachy color. For blush, I have a Sephora number 73. It's a blush brush. Just kind of a little dense. I'll go ahead, put on the apples. So I have the new Magic Dust Powder, the Blondes, Philip and David. This is gorgeous. It's the mirror that I've been using, but this palette, or this bronzer, this powder, the case for it is beautiful. I love this case. Even when the powder's gone, I may just figure out another way to put another mirror in. I like it. The case is really pretty. This light doesn't do it justice. It's really pretty. But the blush, the powder is too. I'm going to use my MAC 150, this big fluffy brush. Just kind of bring it all over, just kind of like a topper. We're going to bring it into the forehead a little bit. I'm not really dark as it is. So this is a nice bronzer because it's not overly dark. And there is some fallout in it, but I can deal with it. And then my pale neck, get a little bit of bronzer on there just to kind of bring it together. But it really is a pretty powder. It's got like a, I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty. The case had me at hello. And then for highlight, I'm going to go again with the Becca Champagne Pop. We're going to use the Luxie 660 Precision Foundation. I don't use this for foundation. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see it, it's fluffy. I like how it is. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? And right up on the Cupid's bow. Just right here on the temples a little bit. For mascara, I'm going to go in with Monsieur Big from Lancome. This mascara is amazing. I don't wear a lot of false eyelashes. I have thick eyelashes as it is, but this just amplifies them, and it is amazing. It lasts all day. My eyelashes are still fluffy. They're not stiff, and they're not stuck together. Just kind of helps emphasize what I got. I did say that we were going to go back into the inner eye with the Becca highlighter and Champagne Pop because I had put it up on the brow bone. We're now going to take a small eyeshadow brush, the Sephora small eyeshadow, just pop it into the corners, give it that golden inner eye so that it matches our brow bone. And then I think that's everything. The only thing that we haven't done is do setting powder or setting spray. So I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Give ourselves a nice spritz. This will make our makeup stay all day. For the lip, we'll be using the Patrick Starrr Patty Pout that came with the Patrick Starrr Matte Quad that we just used on the eye. I don't know if you can see this, but this color, it mattified, it's got stay put. I'm gonna let it dry real quick and then I'm gonna show you. I touched my bottom lip after it started drying and oh my god, it's not going anywhere. It just stayed there. So if you need to correct anything, do it before it dries. It's not sticky. Do you see that? It barely came off on my lips or on my finger. I really like this color. Kind of brings it all together. You get that glam red lip with this beautiful fall eye. I'm in love with this look. That was a great box. So you just watched the entire Get Ready With Me using the new Patrick Starrr Quad and Liquid Lip. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit the little bell notification. That way you can see any new videos that I post. And well, this was obviously my first video, so thank you for watching. And just stay tuned for new videos. I am hoping to post every week, but we'll see what we got.